Hey guys, what's going on? Brian Martin here. This is your match watch for Manchester United's visit to Liverpool to Anfield. Man, I'm still a little bit out of it about the starting 11. I'm not gonna lie, so that's probably why I started this a little bit low energy. I was asking people on Twitter, on X, follow me down here below on that, what they think, right? People who were positive about this starting 11. And genuine question, why are you positive about it? What about it makes you feel like it's the right decision? And a genuine question. This is not me trying to troll. This is not me trying to stir. I'm just curious, right? Because I'm always about having the conversation here. Um, so I'm curious, right? Why are you happy with the starting 11? Um, because I mean, I was a little bit worried about it, to be honest. I'm not terribly enthused. But you know what? It could prove to be a masterclass, a stroke of genius from Amram. I hope it is. I hope it is. We're about 12 and a half minutes away from kickoff. Players still going through the paces in the warm up. Amram stressed having a good warm up in his presser, so looks like he's trying to make sure the players do just that. What's going on, folks? If you are just joining, please do like and subscribe. If you are new, let me know what you think about the starting 11. Let me go ahead and put that in the chat, actually. Thoughts on the starting. If I could spell starting, that would be great, right? All right, let's put that in there. Let me know what you guys think. And tell me where you're watching from. Curious to know. And this is your starting 11 over here. Almost points the wrong side. You saw I was trying to play it off. I was like, this is your starting 11 over here. I was trying to play it off, but yeah, this side over here. Lamens, DeLip, Maguire, Shaw, Ahmad, Casemiro, Bruno, Dallo, and Bumo, Cunha, and Mount. Um, there's some guesses as far as who's going to be the striker. If it's going to be Mount or Cunha, I think it's going to be Mount. We've seen that before. Um, so not sure. What's your score prediction too? I predicted in my pre-match, I said 1-1. I think it's going to come from two nice passages of play from both sides. I don't feel like there's going to be any kind of mistake that leads to a goal. I think it's going to be like just good quality play from both sides. Don't know why I think that. That's just a feeling I have. Um, but let me know what you think about that. Um, I But as I say it in the back of my mind, I'm like, this could be a blowout, right? We could get smashed 5-6 nothing, or this might be a stroke of genius from Amram. It might be 3-1. Like we might come out here 3-1. I mean, who knows, right? And it's like the type of match it is. The form doesn't really matter, right? Because if I was saying, okay, this is Liverpool, they've lost, the last couple, haven't been on the greatest run of form lately, and they're playing, I don't know, Brighton or something like that, right? I might say, you know what, Brighton probably win that one. But because it's Manchester United and Liverpool, it's like they could have both lost the last 5 games, or United could have lost the last 5. Liverpool, well, I can't even get it out. Could have won the last 5, and we're looking at a 0-0 draw, or whatever. So it's so unpredictable. But let me know your predictions. Let me know your thoughts on starting 11, and let me know where you're watching from. And if you're curious what I was talking about, yeah, again, follow me, Brian Martin. I'm just looking at the replies to my question earlier. Wow, my question was, and you can answer it here too. Again, was if you're genuinely happy with the starting 11 over here, tell me why, right? And that, again, that's not a rage bait, not a troll. Like I'm trying to understand the thinking behind it, because I look at that and my reaction is, what are we doing? But I try and learn and understand why you think this is a good lineup, right? This was a genuine, honest question. Some of the responses I've gotten so far. Um, One person says, reason being, Sheshko will come to exhaust the players. Cunha is a maverick for this type of game and can come clutch. Mount is one of the best players this season. His pressing is vital to win this game. So that was one response I got. Another response that I got was, honestly, I can understand the experience perspective, but I still think it's flawed. Maguire and Shaw aren't as bad as people say, but when Casemiro is also in the midfield, I think we really struggle on counters. So those are a couple responses. Another response was tactical tweaks, I'd say. Can't judge it until I see on the pitch what Amram has cooked up. So those are some responses so far to that question. But again, let me know your genuine thoughts on that starting 11. We're about 8 minutes away here now from kickoff. And since we're waiting, let me just run through Liverpool starting 11. So Liverpool, they are starting with Memardashvili and goal. I had to prep for that one. I've seen his name before, but I had to just I had to sound out in my head a few times before I said it. Memardashvili, Bradley, Kanate, who I thought was going to be an injury doubt, Van Dijk, Kirkez, Gravenberg, McAllister, Salah, Soboslai, Gakpo, Isak. On the bench, they've got Gomez, Verts, Chiesa, Jones, Ekitike, Robertson, Woodman, Frimpong, and Ngumoa. So on our bench, we've got Bayendir, Mazraoui, Xerxes, Dorgu, Yoro, Ugarte, Heaven, Sheshko, Menu. So I was surprised to see Mazraoui make the lineup. I thought in the presser, um, Amarim said that Mazraoui may not make it. So surprised, but glad to see him in the squad again. Um, might see him for the last 10 minutes of the match. But yeah, yeah, I look at that 11 and I still, like I said, I welcome the comments because I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm just listening to what my stream is saying right now. Y'all better win, otherwise you're dead to me. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried for sure. But again, like I was saying, this could be a stroke of genius, this starting 11 from Amram. It could be, right? I would love for it to be. I would love for us to walk away and be like, you know what, we were all sweating that starting 11 and guess what, it paid off. But, I have eyes. I've, I've been around for a minute or two, maybe longer than you think, and this just doesn't look good to me. So, but let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on the starting 11. Let me know your score predictions. Let me know where you're watching from. All that good stuff. We are, what are we, like 5 minutes from kickoff? And let me get ahead of myself for just a moment here. I'm looking at my phone. So if we Manchester United win today, uh, that would put us on 13 points, and that would put us 2 points outside of Europe. And I laugh as I say it because I mean it's kind of hard to even say it with a straight face. But if we win today, that puts us what 13? Yeah, 13 points, eight or thereabouts, depending on goal differential, and yeah, 2 points out of Champions League. 2 points out of Champions League. Yeah. So hey, fingers crossed, right? Always hope for the best. Exactly. Have to believe. You have to believe. Have to believe. It's all you can do. Crazier things have happened. I remember one time I tried my hand at basketball when I was a wee man, a smaller, a kid, and we weren't the best team. Let's just put it that way. And we were playing like arguably one of the best teams for that age in the state, and we almost beat them. We lost on like a buzzer beater. So ever since then, I'm like, hey, if you if you believe, you can almost achieve. So, all right, the players are out for the photo op before the match. Yeah, you bring up a good point. Does Slot have an agenda against Chiesa? He is never starting. That one baffles me too because I watched Chiesa back when he was in Italy. Who was he playing? Was he at Juventus? Where was he before? And I was like, oh, that's a good player. Um, and I'm surprised that he just doesn't play. Where was he before? I think it was Juventus before. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong. I just remember seeing him play a few times and being like, yeah, Juventus, yeah. I remember seeing him play and I'm like, oh, that's a good player. The Liverpool got him like, hey, that's a good pickup. And they don't use him. You know? It's strange. It's strange. But hey, then again, we've got Manu and he doesn't play, so we got Xerxes, he doesn't play. So it's you never know what's going on going through a manager's head in regards to personnel. I can only guess maybe Chiesa brought anchovies one day for lunch and Slot just hated it and just he said that's it. You're never playing for me again. All right, we're about 2 minutes away. I swear, man, commercials get worse and worse over the years. Do I have my timer ready? Let's see. Let's see. Here it is. All right, we're like 1 minute away. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, one more commercial, then we'll start. Mm-mm-mm-mm. There we go. All right. Fans are singing "You'll Never Walk Alone." Liverpool players are getting hyped. Van Dijk's running and jumping. Iron Slot looking pensive on the sideline. Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim. Amorim is Amoriming right now on the sidelines. All right, Manchester United in all white. And Bumo standing over the ball to kick off. Taking the knee. Oh, I haven't seen that one in a minute. Hold on a minute. We're taking a knee. No room for racism. Applaud that. Applaud that. Here we go. Here we go. Manchester United versus Liverpool in the 100th meeting at Anfield. Ball's out of bounds for a throw in for Liverpool. Let me bring up my teams here so I can try and occasionally name the right players, right, who are kicking the ball and whatnot. United have it. United penetrating forward. United out wide, outside Liverpool's box. Dalot dancing. Goes back to Shaw. Shaw back to Maguire. Maguire over to De Ligt. De Ligt back to Lamens. Lamens goes long. Header won by Van Dijk. Harry Maguire. Van Dijk. They're playing header tennis back and forth. Here comes Ahmad, Liverpool player on the floor. Ahmad to Buma in the box. 1-0. 1-0. Let's go. Let's go. 1-0. Bryan and Bumo. Who else but Bryan? Who else but Bryan, right? That's the name. Remember it. Bryan, Bryan, Bryan. 1-0 Manchester United. Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. What a start. What a start. What a start. What a start. Let's go. 1-0. Who else but Bryan? Let's go. I'm just putting out a tweet here. Again, one man band, so you know. There we go. Who would have thought? 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 Heck of a start. That's right. That's right. That's right. Wow. 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 Ooh. Who's that down? That's not good. Oh, McAllister's down for Liverpool. He's still down, holding his head. That's not good. I saw him go down before the play started. You know, for the goal. But I thought he'd be up by now. So hopefully he's all right. Hopefully he's all right. In all seriousness. Yeah, Liverpool were upset because the game wasn't stopped because of the head injury from McAllister. I mean, maybe they have a point there. If it was the other way around, I'd be saying the same thing. I would be arguing that we should have had a stoppage of play. So fair shout to them, but the referee made a decision. 1-0 Manchester United. So like I said, who else but Bryan? Who else but Bryan? Now, okay, let me change the poll because right now my poll was start or my poll, my question was, thoughts on the starting 11. Clearly it has paid off. Um so let me unpin that message. Let's do score predictions. Match is restarted. Van Dijk with the ball going back to the keeper, whose name I'm not going to try and repeatedly say because it's a mouthful. No offense. Kanate coming forward with it. Kanate in trouble. Soboslai. Soboslai's dropped deep to get that ball. Mount with the foul on Connor Bradley. Soboslai, he's dropped deeper. Comes forward with the ball into the center circle. Out to Kirkes, who looked like he wasn't expecting it. Kirkes, Gakpo, Gakpo back to Van Dijk, Van Dijk into Soboslai. Gavenberg back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk, Gavenberg, they are playing in the center circle. Gavenberg over to Kanate. Kanate goes back to Bradley. Liverpool retreating a little bit, trying to find a way through. Van Dijk back. Kanate. Liverpool can't find a way forward right now. They're back to their goalie. He goes long. That's a good ball. Gakpo's getting the end of it. Gakpo into the box. Gakpo cross. Cut out by Maguire. Kirkes keeps it in. Kirkes looking for a cross. Cross in. Far post. Salah. Whew. Lining up for a good match, I'd say. I would say that for sure. Kirkes. Gravenberch into the center of the park. Gravenberch looking for options. Back out to Kirkes. Back to Gravenberch. Looking for options. Looking for options. Back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk out to Kirkes again. Liverpool playing in our half, but not finding a way forward, really. Well, these passes are great for their, pass accuracy percentage. I'll say that much. But otherwise, Liverpool are looking a little bit lost. 2-0 to Manchester United. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Is this the match where we're turning around? Or am I getting ahead of myself? Let me know. Header won by Maguire. Bounces out for a throw in for Liverpool. Amram hands on hips. Looking like he wants to puke. Liverpool throw over Isak's head. Recovered by Maguire. Maguire out to Ahmad, who's under some pressure from Kirkes. Ahmad touches it out. Ahmad's telling Maguire probably should have gone to the corner with that one. Kirkes drying off the ball. Looking for options. Liverpool not really moving very much. I'd be frustrated if I was Kirkes with the throw. Kirkes goes. What was that? Is that a foul throw? What the heck was that? That was weird. I don't even know what happened. I glanced away. Maybe it was a foul throw. Ahmad with the throw. Back to Delict, who's being chased down by Soboslai. Into Lemons. Lemons takes a touch. Goes long. Konate wins the header. Connor Bradley pressured by Dallo. Connor Bradley, man, stay on your feet. Gravenberch back to Bradley. Gravenberch under pressure. Comes across the halfway line. Into McAllister. Out to Gakpo. Gakpo down line to Kirkes. Delit shields it out. Kirkes tries to go down in the box, but it is a goal kick. That's that quick break. That's that quick break. That's that quick counter from Liverpool that could hurt us. I shouldn't say counter. I mean break, right? If we're getting technical here. This is shaping up for a good match. It's shaping up for a good match. I hope it doesn't die down because sometimes you see these matches that have these really electric starts and then they fall off a cliff. I hope this one holds the intensity the whole time because obviously, as fans, we want to see a good match, but we still want to see our team win. In this case, Manchester United. Bruno is tracking back all the way to the corner flag under pressure from who was that? Isak? Liverpool with the ball. Tough tackle from Casemiro. Call against McAllister on a weird collision where both McAllister and Cunha end up on the ground. Bit of a strange one that, but I'll take it since it's in United's favor. Strange call, but I'll take it. Strange call. I'll take it. I'll take it. Free kick for Manchester United. Or is it a drop ball? That's bizarre. Okay, what? What? No, I'm confused. Whatever. Manchester United ball. Lamens goes long. And Mbumo's backing into Van Dijk, who wins the header. Probably see a lot of that today. And Mbumo is not the tallest guy on the pitch. Casemiro wins a free kick across the halfway line. It's windy. It's windy on that pitch. That could definitely affect some balls in the air. But I feel like maybe that takes away Liverpool's height advantage, right? You got a windy pitch, balls in the air maybe aren't as advised, so maybe that takes away from Liverpool's height advantage. Bruno over the free kick. It's just about 6 yards to the halfway. Ball in, far post looking for Maguire. Maguire wins it. Soboslai wins the second ball. Back in. Shaw. United tried to be quick and spring it back into the box looking for Cunha. Not bad, not bad. Here comes Konate. Gravenberg. Gravenberg still with the ball. Gravenberg out to Kirkez, who pushes across the halfway line to Gakpo. Gakpo back to, almost got tongue tied there. Cal was, I thought Mbeumo was gonna nip that away from Kirkez there. Van Dijk at the center circle. Van Dijk across the halfway line, looking for a penetrating pass. Looks like there might have been a handball or something from De Ligt. Didn't quite see it. Let me see the replay here. Yeah, handball from De Ligt. McAllister tried to pass it and it hit De Ligt's hand. Nothing too much in that, but free kick for Liverpool. Szoboszlai and Salah standing over the free kick, standing over the dead ball. Salah into the box, far post. Diving header by Van Dijk, but that goes wide. So a free kick for Manchester United. Manchester United still lead in the 14th minute here, 1-0 thanks to Bryan and Mbeumo. Who else but Bryan? I'm gonna be saying that all match, so just get ready for it, get used to it. Ball is up. Konate wins the header. Bruno wins the second. Casemiro plays a slightly risky pass back to Lammers, who then goes long. Konate wins the header again. That's a foul, referee. Casemiro, Cunha being pushed back into United's half. Ahmad, De Ligt goes long, looking for Mbeumo. Cunha wins the second ball, but Van Dijk cleans up and clears. De Ligt, Ahmad under pressure. Ahmad pushed. Ahmad going back. Casemiro, Ahmad, De Ligt, Lammens. Liverpool pressing hard and high. Lammens goes long. Nobody's there. It rolls all the way through to the Liverpool goalkeeper. Konate collects from the keeper, walks it forward. Konate over to Van Dijk, who then pushes it through the center circle into United's half. Kirkez, why is Kirkez looks like he never expects the ball from Van Dijk? That's so weird. Anyway, Gakpo has the ball coming infield. He's now switched positions with Kirkez. Szoboszlai swings it out to Salah, who miscontrols it, loses it to Dalot. Dalot gets swarmed by Bradley, but it falls to Mount. Mount to Bruno. Bruno swings it to Ahmad. Ahmad takes a touch. Ahmad into the Liverpool half. Ahmad swings it looking for Dalot. Dalot brings it down. Bad touch. Liverpool come away with it down the right-hand side. Nice tackle from Mount there. That's the kind of tackles and aggression we need. Bradley with the throw. Bradley to Gravenberg. Gravenberg coming forward slowly. Very light pressure from Cunha into Szoboszlai, who turns with the ball out to Kirkez on the left-hand side. Kirkez comes across the halfway line. Kirkez into Szoboszlai, who's standing on the halfway line, into Gravenberg, back to Szoboszlai. Looking for options, looking for a way through this white wall of United defenders. Gravenberg coming forward again. Konate, who has stepped up past the halfway circle, the center circle. Gravenberg looking for options again. Out to Bradley on the right-hand side, who goes back across the halfway line. To Konate, who goes to Van Dijk, who's standing on the halfway line. Van Dijk goes out to the left-hand side to Gakpo. Kirkes making the overlap. Gakpo cuts inside. Gravenberg again on the ball. Van Dijk. Van Dijk, who's into the United half. Konate also into the United half. Pushing forward. Liverpool slowly marching down the pitch deeper into United's half, but now they're coming back. Liverpool not finding a way through. Oh, here we go. Bradley on the right-hand side, cross to the box, cleared by Maguire. Liverpool, they're slowly marching down the pitch. They're slowly marching into our half. They're being patient. I think that speaks. Oh, hold on, hold that. Cross, Liverpool into the box. Good recovery from Shaw, collected by Lamens. So Liverpool, they're having to be patient. I hope they get frustrated and they start, I don't want to say playing long balls because I worry about De Ligt and Maguire back there with long balls. But I hope that they just start trying to force passes and they turn the ball over to us, then we can spring a counterattack. So I'm hoping that we continue to frustrate Liverpool defensively. Throw in Konate, passes it back to Liverpool goalkeeper into his box. Gravenberg comes out with it into the center circle, across the halfway. Penetrating pass to McAllister. Gakpo out wide into the box. Gakpo crosses. There was a shout there for a handball of Amad Diallo in the box off of Gakpo's cross. Let's see the replay here. It ricochets off of Ahmad's leg onto his arm, which is slightly away from his body. I don't know that that would count. Ahmad with the ball back to De Ligt. De Ligt back to Lamens. I'm just worried about this Maguire-De Ligt combination. They're kind of similar players in terms of, movement, ability in some ways. I think De Ligt's a little bit better. That's why he gets to nod ahead of Maguire. But I feel like they're similar, and they're not fast, right? They're not fast, so I worry about them. I worry about them across that back line there. Liverpool on the ball. Gravenberg over to Bradley. Bradley goes back into Liverpool territory to Konate. It's under pressure from Cunha. Kirkes kicks it out, coughs it up. United throw in. Kirkes has not been good at Liverpool, to be honest. Ahmad looking for an option. Ahmad back to De Ligt. De Ligt to Maguire. Maguire to Shaw. Shaw to Casemiro. Dallo over the top, looking for Mount. Is Mount going to get there? That's kind of a foul, referee. I don't like what Konate did there. I don't know. I don't think the fans did either. He kind of put his hands out because Mount was kind of ahead of him. Anyway, here come Liverpool. Gakpo off the woodwork. Wow, off the woodwork. Had me stuttering there. Liverpool on the ball. Rattled the woodwork with that one. Konate. McAllister out wide. Bradley brings it down. Soboslai. Liverpool into the box. Salah dancing. Under pressure from Casemiro. The ball's still in. Salah with the ball. Everyone stopped for a moment. Liverpool, Konate, Van Dijk, who were both into United's half above the center circle. Gakpo out on the left-hand side, comes into the center of the pitch. Gakpo to Konate, out wide to Soboslai. Soboslai overhits across, and that bounces out for a United throw deep into United territory, almost to our corner flag. That was a wake-up call, hopefully. Oh yes, a 20th minute tribute to Diogo Jota. So absolutely, you know, big throw from De Ligt down the line, and Bumo Kirkez tracks it down into the Liverpool half. Kirkez goes back to Liverpool keeper. Konate, light pressure from Mbumo. United trying to organize the defensive posture. Liverpool keeper with the ball. Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Kirkez. Kirkez across the halfway line. Kirkez inside to Gakpo. Gakpo looking for options. Gakpo. Gavenberg. Gavenberg still on the ball. McAllister. Gakpo looking for Soboslai, but that rolls through to Lamens. You know, so what's happening when Gravenberg gets the ball is we're falling asleep a little bit. We're ball watching a little bit because Gravenberg will get the ball. Liverpool will set up camp, outside of our box. Hang on to that for a second. Lamens, good pass. Casemiro. Oof, guys, careful. Shaw to Dallo. Dallo looking for options. Goes inside to, was it Cunha? Cunha out to Ahmad. Ahmad into the box. Ahmad, first time. Oh, wide from Bruno. That could have been 2-0. Oh, but that was a great passage to play. That was a nice sweeping pass from Cunha out to Ahmad. Ahmad blazes down our right hand side into the box, lays it off for Bruno, who misses the target wide, just wide. Hits the outside of the post, in fact. So now we both hit the post. Liverpool and United have both hit the post at this point, but United lead 1-0 through a very, very early Bryan Mbeumo effort. But what I was saying earlier is that, so Liverpool, they're being patient. At times they're marching down. But what I'm worried about is we're falling asleep a little bit because Gravenberg will get the ball and he will spin on it, right? He will spin on it. And then suddenly he'll play a quick pass into McAllister or someone. And then they'll try and flick it on to like a Salah or someone running through. So I want to see more pressure on Gravenberg when he has the ball. I don't want us to let him just do his pirouettes and spins, right? Because he's looking for that penetrating pass, and we have to stop that. So we need to be aware to that. So I think we need to press him a bit more, either Casemiro or someone, and just not give him that much time on the ball. Flick on from Mbumo. Is that a foul throw? What was that? Or is that a foul? That's weird. That's like two foul throws. You expect the big boys to know how to throw the ball back into the pitch, right? All right, here comes Konate. Konate at the bottom of the center circle, looking for options. This is what I'm saying. Liverpool was being patient. They're being patient. Penetrating pass into Soboslai, who turns. First time shot from McAllister, easy collect for Lamens. This is what I'm saying. Liverpool they're trying to be patient. They're like, it's like a coiled snake, right? They're being patient, and then suddenly they strike, right? Got into it a little bit too much there. Sorry. Suddenly they strike. Um, they play that penetrating pass to a Soboslai or McAllister, who then goes for a one-time shot, or they try and do a quick flick. Here come United into the box, cross. Oof, that was awkward. It was beaten down by the Liverpool keeper. Fell to Mason Mount, puts it over. Anyway, um, yeah, Liverpool or dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Turnover, Bruno. Bruno plays it through to Cunha. Van Dijk got a slight toe to it, falling for Mbumo almost. Mount, long shot. Cunha, Dallo misses the volley. We're all in the box. We're all in the box. Now we're out of the box. Luke Shaw, overlap. Shaw, Casemiro, Delit. This is the first bit of extended possession we've had in Liverpool's half. Ahmad back to Delit. Delit to Maguire. Shaw. Hit Dallo, he's open. Nah, that's the wrong pass. That's the wrong pass. Oh, I thought we had a second one coming just now. If any Liverpool fans are watching, or anybody who just has good insight, like, why are Liverpool just looking kind of all over the shop this season? I've watched some of their other matches too, and they just don't look put together. Konate with the ball in the center circle in United's half. Konate to Van Dijk, under pressure from Cunha. Back to Konate, who's under pressure from Mbumo. Back to Bradley, who marches back into the Liverpool half. Passes it to the keeper. Keeper walks it forward. Goes long. Liverpool are trying to work this Gakpo Ahmad angle. Oh, poor clearance from Dallo. Isak wide. Dallo, come on, man. Dallo. So far, I'm already going to say I want to see Dorgu come on for Dallo. Like, Dorgu's hot right now. He had a good game for Denmark. Dallo is not. He's worrying me this match. Hey, if you're new, please like, please subscribe, please get in the comments. Let me know score predictions, where you're watching from, what you think, how you're feeling, all that good stuff. This is the Match Watch with yours truly, Bryan Martin. Here comes a throw in from Manchester United. Referee is stopping the match to talk to Bruno. Bruno. Okay, now we can play. Throw in from Dallo. Kind of a poor touch from, who was that? Cunha. Ball retreats all the way back to Lemons. Lemons has the ball. Lemons goes long. Header won by Kirkez, back towards center of the pitch. Maguire wins the second header. McAllister wins the third header. Bruno finally brings it down, out to Ahmad. Ahmad plays it forward to Mbumo. Mbumo charges forward. Referee! Look at what Kirkez is doing to Ahmad. Call that. You have to call that. You have to call that. Did you see that? Did you see Ahmad trying to run and Kirkez is holding him back? Like this. When I played, right, there was a such thing called obstruction, which is not called anymore, right? You never see it called anymore. But there are times where it still should be called. Like, if a player's trying to run and you're nowhere near the ball, you can't hold them back like that, right? This is why I wish obstruction would come back to the match. I've seen too many times where if a player was allowed to just run unobstructed, hence the rule call, right, without being blocked off from the opposing player when the ball is not near them. That's the key thing, the ball not being near you. If the ball is near you, it's in playable distance. Okay, sure, you can shield the player off from it. But if I'm running down the wing, right? Let's say you play a back pass to your keeper, and then I'm running because I think I can get you. I think I can beat you to the ball, and you run in front of me and keep running in front of me. Like that's kind of like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an old man complaining here, but I just that annoys me. That annoys me. Lemons with a goal kick. Kanate wins the header over Cunha, out wide to Dallo. Dallo into Cunha, poked away by Kanate. Soboslai turns back to Gravenberg, who's dropped into the defensive line. Van Dijk out to Kirkez. Kirkez, McAllister. Here come Liverpool into United's box with Gakpo. Cross, far post. Hits the inside of the post. Oof, that was way too close. Kirkez out wide again to Gakpo. Gakpo plays it in far post again, looking for Salah. Salah heads it right into Lemon's hands. Lemons falls on it. So that was kind of Dallo's person, Salah there. They're showing the initial cross from Gakpo, which fell and landed. I shouldn't say landed. It hit the inside of the far post. There's so many wacky things happening in this game. I'm finding it hard to like describe it to you. It's like the ball landed, took a weird spin. It hit like, you know, the upper 90 of the inside of the post and bounced out. Like weird shit like that is happening in this match. So sorry if I'm struggling to kind of get it out to you. Throw in for Manchester United on the left hand side. Dallo has it. Dallo inside to. What's the ball bouncing around so much? All right, Lemons goes long. Van Dijk wins the header over Mbeumo as expected, but he heads it out. Ahmad walks over to take the throw. Delit is over in conversation with Emram right now. They're trying to sort something out. I'm not sure what. Throw in. Liverpool. Gakpo. Turn over to Bruno. Mbeumo. Ahmad. Good touch from Ahmad. Mbeumo. Liverpool throw in. Van Dijk. Gravenberg. Gravenberg to Kanate, who comes streaking forward. Penetrating pass. Isak. Save. Saved by Lemons. Referee, blew the whistle. Good save from Lemons. Good save from Lemons. That's a good pass from Kanate. Isak. That's a great save from Lemons. Goal kick. Manchester United. I don't know how to sum up this first half just yet. I'm going to wait till halftime and hear your thoughts as well. I don't really know what to say. They're showing Peter Schmeichel in the press booth there. Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Kirkez, who pushes across the halfway line into United territory. Gakpo goes back to Van Dijk, who is now making his own way across the halfway line. Van Dijk switches it over to Salah, who's been fairly quiet this game. Salah ball into the box. Cunha across the halfway line, under pressure, foul, referee? No? Okay. Liverpool ball. Van Dijk into the center circle. Gravenberg. Looking for a penetrating pass to Gakpo, but Ahmad cuts it out, goes back to Lamens. Lamens goes long, smartly so. Live to fight another day, as opposed to trying to play out of the back there. Konate lets it run out for a throw-in. Throws it back to the keeper. Keeper back to Konate. Let me know what you guys think so far of this first half. Let me know what you think. Konate walking it forward, looking for options. Finally gives it up to Van Dijk, who goes out to the left-hand side to Gakpo. Gakpo tries to keep it in. It is a throw-in for United at the corner flag. That was smart from Gakpo to do that. So Liverpool are trying to make this Gakpo Ahmad thing work. I'm gonna make a note for myself actually to mention that. Gakpo versus Ahmad. Just making a note here. Szoboszlai standing over the free kick for Liverpool. Into the box. Ball's up. De Ligt wins the header. Bradley wins the second ball. Here comes Bradley into United's box. Cross blocked by Dallo. This is a corner kick for Liverpool coming up. Szoboszlai with the corner kick. Ball in. Casemiro clears. Szoboszlai collects. Bradley in, far post. Van Dijk wrestles with Shaw. Lemons seems to have dropped the ball and then picked it up again. Liverpool are adamant about that being a foul play. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's weird stuff happening in this match that I just like don't have the stock words to describe. Like a keeper holding the ball, about to roll it, drops it, picks it up again. Like, how often does that? I mean, Bruno Fernandes fouled here by Szoboszlai. Bizarre. Some bizarre things have happened in this match. They're just showing the foul again. I want them to show the Lemons play again. Just some bizarre things. I don't know if it's the wind whipping or what. It's just some bizarre things happening. Anyway, Bruno standing over the free kick into Liverpool's territory. Players are at the top of the box, Liverpool's box. Bruno hand up. Ball in. Ooh, awkward clearance from Gakpo. Almost scores an own goal. Awkward clearance from Gakpo. Bruno played the ball into the box. Gakpo gets there first. Tries to clear it. Scuffs it completely. And it spins just over and lands on top of the goal. Could have been an own goal. Again, bizarre first half. Like, bizarre. I was trying to figure out a word to describe it. Bizarre. Just a lot of weird occurrences. I'm blaming it on the wind. Corner kick for United. Dangerous ball from Bruno, forcing Konate into a last-ditch header to go behind for another corner kick for Manchester United. And Bumo running over to take the corner kick from the opposite side. Again, don't mind me just writing some notes to myself here. Bryan, you're so special. No, I'm kidding. Halftime notes, not love notes to myself. Wouldn't that be weird? And boom with the corner kick, cleared by Kirkez, who sprints down the pitch to chase down Ahmad, who's the last man back, who plays it to Lamens, who's outside of this box. Lamens takes a touch. Lamens goes back up the pitch, looking for a United teammate, but Konate is there. Casemiro wants a second header. Casemiro with the ball again. Casemiro out to Shaw. Shaw back to Dallo. Dallo inside to Bruno. Bruno back to Casemiro. Casemiro looking for options. Shaw on the left hand side. Shaw back to Dallo. Dallo inside. Ooh, that's a dangerous dummy from Bruno, but it came off Cunha. Konate gets a foot in there. Ahmad. Bruno plays a way too hard of a pass, but Cunha cleans it up. Oh, Cunha, get on that. Cunha, shot. Wide. Ah, man. That was a great pass to Cunha. If Cunha had his feet about him, he probably would have scored that, but he was kind of slipping and sliding a little bit and then was in a hurry to get the shot off. Through pass, looking for Dallo. Konate slides and cuts that out. Dallo drying the ball. Dallo long throw into the box. No. Gathered by the Liverpool goalkeeper. Connor Bradley. Salah. Salah out to Bradley on the right hand side. Bradley facing up Dallo. Dallo stands him up. Good work, Dallo. Gravenberg coming across. Kirkez dumps the ball in. Cleared by Shaw. Kirkez wins the second ball. Ahmad on the ball. Ahmad holds up Gakpo. Ahmad trying to find a way out. Ahmad with an acrobatic clearance. Two balls on the pitch. Kirkez throws to Van Dijk into Liverpool's half. Konate takes a touch forward back into United's half. Konate still on the ball. Konate is a Gravenberg. Kirkez. Ooh, a whiff clearance from Casemiro, but he gets away with it. Bruno on the ball. Bruno goes long looking for Mbumo, and Mbumo is being tracked by Van Dijk. Van Dijk thumps it out for a throw in for Manchester United. Van Dijk shaking his head. Arne Slot looking a little bit confused on the sideline there. Ahmad on the touchline to throw. Ahmad throws it in to De Ligt. De Ligt and Maguire are in the Liverpool half. Maguire scoops it up. To a pass to nobody. That's a little bit frustrating. And Brumo's waving the team forward up the pitch to press a little bit higher. Liverpool have the ball through Connor Bradley on the right-hand side. Pass across the halfway line to, was it Isak? Isak out wide, back to Bradley. Bradley into the box, corner cross. Corner cross. Corner cross. It's a corner cross. Liverpool with the throw, deep into United territory. Gravenberg Gravenberch look for options. See, this is what I'm talking about. Don't let him sit there. Don't let him do that shifting crap he does on the ball. Like, put a body into him. Gakpo facing up with Ahmad. Ahmad stuffs Gakpo. Ahmad stuffed the cross from Gakpo. Looks like it's gone out for a corner kick, although Ahmad was making a case for a goal kick. I'm a little bit worried about that, Ahmad versus Gakpo matchup. Gakpo taking the corner kick. Ball in. Cleared. Gravenberch goes all the way back to the Liverpool keeper, who's way out of his box. He goes long for Gakpo. Gakpo versus Bruno. Ball bounces off the back of Gakpo's head into Bruno. Bruno deflects it, but somehow it winds up back with Gakpo. Again, weird shit happening this half. Cleared by Dallo. Bradley recovers. Salah out on the right-hand side. Salah dumps the ball into the box. That's a foul. It's a foul on Casemiro committed by Gakpo. Into the, not the last minute stoppage time, the second minute stoppage time, third minute stoppage time. I've got my notes here. I hope you've got your notes for halftime. Just a couple quick hit items. And I'll give you my word. And, you probably already know it if you've been watching. But I'll give you my word to describe the first half at halftime. So stick around for that. Get your comments in. Get your thoughts in. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know your final score predictions as well. Here comes Manchester United through Bruno Fernandes out to Ahmad. Ahmad on the right-hand side. Faced up by Kirkes. Kirkes misses the tackle. Ahmad on the ball still. Back to Mbumo. Setting up camp around Liverpool's box. Ahmad takes a touch, tries to go past Kirkes. Kirkes draws the foul smartly. So here comes a kick from Liverpool's goalkeeper just outside of his own box. Ball's up, down the line, going long. He puts De Ligt into a foot race with Isak, but De Ligt wins it and clears it back up the pitch. Slide on the ball. Gravenberch out wide to Bradley. Takes a big touch, too big of a touch, gives it away. Cleared by Shaw, but Konate recovers. Salah tries to play a quick pass, but that's deflected by Maguire, and Buma collects in the center of the pitch. Bit of a scramble at the moment for the ball. Halftime. So let me go through a recap of that one because that was, I'll tell you in a moment. All right, so Bryan Mbeumo scores in the second minute of the match off of a very nice play in terms of shots. 7 shots for Liverpool, 6 for Manchester United. 4 shots on target for Liverpool, 3 on target for Manchester United. 60% possession for Liverpool. 87% pass accuracy for Liverpool. Don't get excited about that. That was a bunch of side-to-side passing. I wouldn't put too much weight into that stat. 3 fouls to Liverpool, 7 committed by United. No cards yet. 2 corners apiece. My word for that half, bizarre. Bizarre is my word for that half. And the reason why I say it is because, first, I don't think anyone was expecting that second minute goal from Mbeumo. I don't think anyone was expecting a second minute goal, period, if I'm being honest, but let alone it coming from United. So that was a bit strange, but obviously welcomed. There were a couple of foul throws. Lemons appeared to have collected the ball, was about to roll it out, dropped it, picked it back up. Ref didn't call it, which, okay, I'm not saying anything, but that was bizarre. The shot from Gakpo, or no, it was a shot, it was a cross that hit the inside post and bounced out, was bizarre. Um, yeah, just a number of bizarre happenings this first half. I can only blame it on the wind. Whenever I've played and it's been windy, just weird stuff would happen during the game. So I blame it on the wind. I don't know. Tell me what you think about that first half. What I would change, I I don't like this. Well, two things. I don't like this Gakpo Ahmad matchup, but I wouldn't change out Ahmad. I think attacking wise, he's been one of our best outlets. So I wouldn't change that. I would just be wary of it between Gakpo and Ahmad. But I think Dorgu needs to come on for Dalot. Dorgu had a good match for Denmark over the break. Dalot has looked iffy at best this match. Like just some poor decision making, some weird touches, just not looking very confident. Um, just not giving us that real attacking impetus down the left hand side, like I think Dorgu can give us, right? Um, so yeah, I would probably swap out Dallo for Dorgu. Um, I'm a little bit uncomfortable with this Delit and Shaw pairing across the right center back and center back. I think Shaw's doing fine back there, so I'd leave him. But I would take out either Maguire or Delit, and my first choice would be to drop Maguire, put Delit back to center back, and then bring in Euro to help Ahmad over there with Gakpo, because Gakpo is not slow, right? Um, so I worry about that a little bit. So that would be my changes, right? So I would put in Euro, move Delit over to center back, so we have our usual back three of Euro, Delit, and Shaw. And that way Euro can obviously help Ahmad with Gakpo. And I'd feel a bit more assured with his speed back there. And then I would bring on Dorgu for Dallo. Those would be my changes there at halftime. But strategy wise, I wouldn't change anything. I think we're doing well. Defensively though, I would make sure that we put more pressure on Gravenberg. I don't like when we, get to, I wish I could draw on the screen to show you like on that little field over there what I'm talking about. But like maybe I can kind of point like kind of around this level, right? So when Liverpool had the ball and Gakpo is kind of like in this zone here, right? He's in between the center circle and our box. He'll get there, he'll put his foot on the ball, and he'll spin, 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 and he'll juke this way and drive that way and blah blah blah. And we start to ball watch a bit, and then he springs a penetrating pass into McAllister or Soberslai or even Salah, who cuts in, and then we're kind of scrambling to clear the ball. I think we need to stop giving Gravenberch that kind of time on the ball in that area that I'm talking about between the center circle and our box. Um, that's where I think Liverpool have kind of had their most dangerous chances, apart from some fluke, you know, crosses that hit the inside of the post and whatnot. Um, and then obviously there's an Isak chance that Lemon saved. Um, but yeah, that's what I would change. That's what I would change. You tell me what you would change at halftime here. And if you missed what I said, let me know in the chat. I'll repeat what I said, but let me know what you think, what you would change here at halftime, your score predictions. Give me one word to summarize the first half, and let me know. Yeah, get in the chat and let me know. I'm gonna have a sip of water here. Oh, and please do like and subscribe if you are new. All that good social media stuff. I'm gonna have a quick scan through Twitter here while you guys are typing in your thoughts on the match so far. Someone else says Dallo is the fly in the ointment right now. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. I agree. Um, Someone else saying Dallo looking like Liverpool's best player so far. I agree. I agree. Mina says very good first half. I think game plan is working, winning the ball centrally and playing it out, targeting that ISO against Kirkes with runs and behind him off the ball. My only concern is the time and spaces from Liverpool's own third into the middle. Could have had a few more goals. Yeah, a lot of people were just like get Dello off the pitch. Yeah, I agree. I agree. What do you think? Do you think Dallo needs to come off? I think Dallo needs to come off. I'm going to tweet that really quickly here, so apologies for looking down at my phone. I'm also going to tweet my other opinion in that we're giving Gravenberg too much time on the ball. But let me know what you think, though, as I post these tweets really quickly. Again, let me know what you think about the first half, score predictions, where you're watching from. I'm always curious. And what changes you would make. And then plays a penetrating pass. Again, yeah, please do subscribe if you are new. Um, Let me know your thoughts on that first half. And I am remembering how to spell as I type because I cannot type this one word. We need to throw a body on him. So what I'm saying, in case you missed it, is I'm saying that Ryan Gravenberg is having too much time in this part of the pitch right here between the center circle and our box. He gets in there and he'll stand on the ball and he will, feint this way, feint that way, foot on the ball, a couple taps, a couple bounces, wait for us to fall asleep, penetrating pass to Soboslai or McAllister or Salah or even Gakpo, and then there's like a little flick onto a second runner, and then either a shot or a chance, and we're scrambling trying to cut that out. So what I'm saying is that we need to throw a body on Gravenberg, force him one way or the other, even if you don't get in there and win the ball fair enough, but show him one way or the other, so that way he doesn't have time to just put his foot in the ball and do this dancing and dance here and dance there and then play that penetrating pass. Because one of these times it's going to come off and we're going to get scored on and it's going to be all square, right? So that would be my defensive changes is getting Gravenberg to or not giving Gravenberg much time on the ball, and then of course swapping in Dorgu for Dallas because Dallas has been awful. Also, how about Lemon so far? Right, you feeling more confident with him back there? How long can you guys hold those Scousers off? So what I was saying, I don't know if you caught what I was saying earlier, Girl Gaffer, but my concern is Gravenberg getting so much time on the ball, right? Between our center circle and our 18-yard box, we're letting him dance on the ball. He's waiting for us to fall asleep. Then he plays a penetrating pass to Soboslai or McAllister. And one of these times that's going to come off and the ball's going to be in the back of our net. And, suddenly it's all square. So we need to throw a body on Gravenberg. Um, and then Dallo needs to come off. Dallo needs to go ahead and, hop on the bus back home because he's been awful for us. Dorgan needs to come on. I put Euro on for Maguire, move Delit back to center. That way, Euro can help Ahmad with Gakpo, because Liverpool seemed to be trying to go down that side, trying to isolate Gakpo and Ahmad. Um, Obvious size difference there for one. Um, so yeah, I'd make those changes. But I think there's more goals in this. My prediction was 1-1 for this match. I think there's more goals in this. Hopefully, more goals for United because we have had our chances. We've exposed Liverpool's lack of cohesiveness from midfield back, and so you know who knows. And that's the thing with Liverpool too is like they look good. Like this is gonna sound weird, but like from an attacking standpoint, like their attack into their forwards, their strikers, their wingers, whatever, they look good. But defensively, like from that same point back to the back line, they look absolutely shaky, and I cannot put my finger on why that is. Like the players just seem to be slightly out of position. I noticed a few times when Van Dijk had the ball and passed out to Kirkez. Kirkez looked like he wasn't expecting the pass, and it's like that's like one of the most common passes in football, right? Left center back out to left back, you know, especially when he's standing, 20 yards away from you, right? He's passing it to you to get the other team to shift, to then get it back from you, to then possibly swing it, or, go back to the keeper and kind of rinse and repeat. So, like, why Kirkez isn't expecting that pass is beyond me. It's weird. It's weird. And that guy has not hit the ground running for Liverpool. And it's strange because I know people don't buy into the Premier League proven stuff, but like, dude was at Bournemouth, right? He isn't a stranger to the Premier League, so I don't understand why he's just having a nightmare start at Liverpool. To me, if I were to equate one player with Dallo in this game, it would be Kirkez. I feel like they're both the weak links for the respective sides. I'm actually going to tweet that out. Dallo and Kirkez are competing for worst on the pitch. But let me know your thoughts, though. And sorry, I forgot. I always forget to stop my timer. I always forget that. I just let it run, let it run. I start yapping away. But I tell you what, I'm going to step away and to refill my water bottle. Oh, they're back out in the pitch. Oh, I better be quick. All right, I'll be right back. I will be right back. Let me turn off my camera so you don't see me running out of here. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to step away for a minute there. Let me get my timer sorted out here, and we'll catch up. 27. We'll say 50, and then we'll start it from there. All right, boom. We're back. We're back. Sorry about that. Had to step away. Let me know what you think the second half is going to be, how it goes. They're showing the bench. Looks like Xerxes on his phone to his agent already. Like, get me the flip out of here. That's a foul. United ball. Free kick to United. Gakpo is protesting. Please talk yourself into the book, buddy. Please talk yourself into the book. Free kick for United in a fairly dangerous area, I'd say. And Bumo and Bruno are standing over it. Bruno out wide. Ahmad. Bruno. Here comes Liverpool on the break. Come on, guys. Get back. Get back. Get back. Gakpo in for the challenge on Shaw. He fouls him in the box. That was a good recovery from United. I was holding my breath there. I feel like Ahmad should have played that one into the box rather than going back to Bruno, because Bruno's attempted ball was blocked. Kick is up from Lemons up the pitch, going long. Konate wins that header. Mount, ball bounces around. Soboslai gets a foot on it, blocked. Mount, Gravenberg, ball bounces up, back to Delit. Delit header. Soboslai brings it down. Connor Bradley. Connor Bradley back to Konate. Konate probably going over to Van Dijk, which he does. Van Dijk across the halfway line. Van Dijk looking for options. Van Dijk skips Konate over to Bradley. Bradley out wide to Salah. Salah is stopped by Dallo. Salah throws it in to Bradley. Bradley back to Salah. Salah quick pass to Isak. Referee calls a foul. Salah into the box. Gakpo into the box. Shot off the post again. Whew. Here come United. Mbumo across the halfway line. Nah, it's been Liverpool players back. I have to cut that back. Man, I would be so annoyed if I'm Cody Gakpo. Hit the post twice. But again, like, who is leaving? Let me see the replay here. Who left him open? Kind of Ahmad, kind of Shaw. Yeah, Ahmad and Shaw are kind of collectively at fault for that one. One of them should have had more of a body on Gakpo. It looks like Shaw was helping out with Konate, and then it looked like Ahmad was like guarding space. Gravenberg is down, holding his right ankle. Doesn't look good. Yeah, Gravenberg caught by Mbumo. Oof. Gravenberg's in some pain. He might be done. He's in some pain. He's still down. Ah, that looked painful too. I'm not gonna lie. That looked painful. It was totally an accident by Mbuma, but that looked pretty painful. Verts is warming up. Gravenberg limps off because he received treatment. So obviously, as you know, players have to come off the pitch if they've received treatment. I'm gonna get rid of this starting 11 for a bit just to give myself a bit more space here. There we go. Header won by United, cleared by Dallo up the pitch, and Bumo chasing. Remember, that's really clears it back up the pitch. Maguire was the first header. Soboslai collects, goes out to Connor Bradley, who's looking inside, goes to Soboslai. Sorry, that was McAllister who collected earlier. Amada gets a yellow card for a challenge on, I think, Gakpo out there. Let me see it again. I need to see the replay on that one. But he got the ball. Oh, let me see. That shouldn't be a yellow card. He's given a yellow card because I might left his boots up, but he got the ball first. I don't know if that should be a yellow card. That should be a foul. I don't know about a yellow card. I don't know about that one. That was a little iffy to me. Ball in from Liverpool. Maguire heads it over for a corner kick for Liverpool. Yeah, that was an iffy yellow card to me. I mean, I get it. I get it. The follow through, the studs caught Gakpo, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm a dinosaur, maybe I'm an old school player here, but like, you get the ball first, you get the ball first, and if you get the player too, but nowadays it's softer. And Salah puts the ball over the net for a goal, United goal kick. Yeah, I'm sorry. My head is still in that yellow card. I totally disagree with it. The more I think about it, Liverpool, Connor Bradley back to the goalkeeper, back to Bradley. Bradley inside to Gravenberg, who's back on the pitch, who's limping a little bit. Don't know how long he's going to last. Here comes Isak. Isak stuffed by Shaw. Corner kick to Liverpool. Soboslai runs over to take it. Soboslai still standing over it. Corner kick. Foul. Yeah. Delit was fouled. Probably like, looks like by Kanate. Hmm. Orange slot trying to figure things out. Goal kick. Well, not goal kick, but big kick from Lamens from the foul. Basically a goal kick. Bruno goes out wide to Ahmad, who's across the halfway line. Ahmad tried to touch it around Kirkez. Kirkez takes a big touch and gives it right back to Ahmad. Again, Kirkez and Dallo, in case you're wondering, are competing for the worst player on the pitch award. We'll see who we give it to at the end of the match. Kanate over to Connor Bradley. Bradley goes long, goes too long. Lemons collects, rolls out to Delit, who has pressure. Casemiro tried to go down the wing with that pass, but overhit it a little bit. This is turning into a bit of a strange game. Maguire steps up. Maguire across the halfway line to Mount. Dallo on the overlap. Dallo versus Connor Bradley. That was a terrible tackle from Casemiro from behind on Salah. Why would you do that? Oh, why would you do that? I saw it coming too. Why would you do that? Like, okay, fair enough. You're trying to poke away from behind, but like, come on, man. Like, you saw that one coming. Duarte is coming on. Dorgu gonna come on as well. Dallow's going off, I think. Trying to see who else is going off. Ugarte is coming on in place of Casemiro. Dorgu's coming on for Ahmad? What? Okay. So Dallow's gonna go to right wing back. Dorgu's gonna go to left. Okay. Sorry, in my mind, it just didn't make sense for a brief moment, but I'm there. I'm there. Kanate back to the keeper. Keeper, no dangerous pass. Liverpool make the most of it. Here comes Kirkez. Gakpo against Dallo. Gakpo slips again. And Mbumo breaks away with it. And Mbumo to Cunha. And Mbumo to Cunha. Here comes Cunha being fouled by Van Dijk. Still has the ball. Cunha fouled again. Referee, I guess he's playing advantage, man, because holy cow, he got fouled like 2 or 3 times there. He got absolutely mugged. Delit with the ball. Delit swings it over to Dorgu. He overhits it out of bounds. Getting sloppy now, guys. Come on. Here comes Gravenberg across the halfway line. He goes back to Kanate. Kanate now moves forward. Back to Gravenberg. Gravenberg. Back to Kanate. Kanate over to Van Dijk, who's on the opposite side of the center circle. So Van Dijk ventures into United half with the ball. Van Dijk plays it to Soboslai's feet, who goes to McAllister. Back to Soboslai, bounces around, loose. Dorgu does not get there. Shot from McAllister, wide. '61st minute we are into. Let me know your thoughts so far. Oh, Shesko's coming on too. Ekitike inverts on for Liverpool. Shesko just came on for Mount. Lots of changes going on in the last few minutes here for both sides. Gravenberch coming off. Not surprised. He picked up that knock earlier, so he's probably still feeling that. Glad he's gone, though, because Gravenberch was giving me worries. He was the guy I kept saying we need to stop giving time on the ball between our center circle and the 18-yard line. Because he'd get it, and we would just sit there and watch him spin and spin and spin and spin and spin and, like, put us to sleep. McAllister's coming off. Another danger man. It's almost a whole new Liverpool at this point. So it's like heads it out for a United throw. Dorgu to take. Dorgu throws short. Dorgu down the left-hand side. Tries a 1-2 at Sheshko, but that's poked away by Konate. Cunha recovers. Yeah, still no Chiesa. You're right. Still no Chiesa. I'm telling you, like Chiesa, like I said, he must have been eating fish in the in the locker room or something. And Slot just said, no, you can't do that here. We don't do that here at Liverpool or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Big switch over to Mbumo, who brings it down. Mbumo looking for an option, goes far post to nobody. Konate clears. Cunha brings it down out to Dorgu. Dorgu into Bruno. Blocked by Konate in the box. Whew. Dorgu setting up for the throw. Never mind. Della's going to do his long throw. Della goes to get a fresh ball. Della looking. Big throw from Dello into the box. Shaw out wide, but that's intercepted. Ugarte, Shaw. Big switch looking for Mbumo. Too much. Not a bad idea, though. Not a bad idea. Good step. Bruno out of bounds. Throw in for Dello. Manchester United. Throws to Sheshko. Here comes Liverpool down the left-hand side, down our right-hand side. Shot. That was a rocket from Ekatike over the bar. This is going to be really nitpicky, but the first couple touches from Sheshko I've not liked. I don't like how Sheshko plays like he's, and no offense to anyone who's this height, but he plays like he's 5'5". Like, bro, you're 6'5". Like, use your body. Van Dijk wins the header. McGuire wins the second header. And Curtis Jones verts out to Kirkes. Here come Liverpool. Oh, dangerous. Get there. Salah puts it wide. Salah had a bit of time there and put it wide. Slot's trying to get the crowd behind Salah. This is, like I said, this is kind of a weird match. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's just weird things. But I mean that was great from Lammers to come flying at him like that. I probably misspoke when I said he had a little bit of time. He really didn't have much time on it. But for someone like Salah, you expect to put that on target, or at least, but he just scuffed that one. Bruno out to Dorgu. Dorgu down the left hand side, trying a 1-2. Gets around Soboslai. Dorgu by the byline. Cross. A weird deflection between Van Dijk and Kirkes almost leads to an own goal. That was weird. Again, bizarre, bizarre. Like you saw that interaction between Kirkez and Van Dyke. I feel like Van Dyke's caught a bit of Bruno's disease where he just blames everyone around him. Like Van Dyke, like you scuffed the clearance right into Kirkez's face. Lucky for you, it bounced out for a corner kick, which is now coming in from United. Far post, Maguire cleared by Soboslai. Diogo Dallo collects on the sideline, back into the box, looking for Sheshko. Sheshko heads it down to nobody. Here comes Kirkez bursting across the halfway line for Liverpool. Curtis Jones. That's a high boot, referee. That's a high boot on Dorgu from Salah, but whatever. Soboslai collects back to Curtis Jones. I'm sorry, Curtis Jones. He just sounds like an R&B, old school R&B singer from like the 70s or 60s. Like smooth hits with Curtis Jones. Um, Kanate, both Liverpool center backs are into United's half above the center circle. Soboslai over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke out wide, but overplays the pass to Gakpo. A little too much power on that one. Some heavy legs setting in. Here comes Liverpool. Jones through pass, looking for Gakpo, cut out by Dallo. Oh. Dallo to Bruno to Mbumo. Again, more O. Bruno to Cunha. Cunha, nice touch. Not quite the speed to go away from Soboslai. Soboslai is deceptively fast. You know that? Like he's deceptively quick. Dorgu. Oh, Bruno, if you were there, man, that could have been another goal or at least a shot on target. Verts. Ekitike. Ekitike into the box. Ekitike wide. Man, that guy, like he wallops the ball when he shoots. I mean, you can't let him walk down the pitch like that and then have a shot, even from 18 yards out. I can't believe you guys so close. I'm actually getting anxious. Are you going to make my weekend United? Please hold on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is like that time where you start to tense up. It's the 70th minute, and you start to believe. You start to believe at this point. You know, you start to believe. Shaw back to Lemons. Lemons goes long. Kanate wins the header. Cunha wins the second ball. Cunha under pressure from Verts. Verts wins the throw. Quick throw to no one. Ugarte, Maguire under pressure. Bruno, bad pass, but Delict steps up anyway. Goes through to Marshvili. I'm trying with that name. I cannot. I've just been saying Liverpool keeper the whole time. Here comes Kanate across the halfway line. Inside to Isaac. Curtis Jones out to Kirkez. Kirkez to Ekatike. Oh, that's Gakpo, sorry. Jones into Ekatike. Kirkez back to Van Dyke. Soboslai. Salah. Salah's been quiet for the most part, especially by his standards. Verts, ball in. What the heck was that, Dallo? But okay, at least Lamb is collected it. Ball was crossed in. Dallo pops it straight up. Luckily, Lamens collects. That was an awkward catch from Lamens. Sheshko brings the ball down. Cunha, Sheshko. Guys, get numbers forward. Like, why are we like walking up the pitch? We're in the attacking third. Like, get up the pitch. Maguire goes long looking for Dorgu. Dorgu's there, actually. Oh, not quite. Couldn't quite keep it in. Damn. Oh, Chiesa. Look at that. Chiesa's coming on. Chiesa is coming on. There you go. There's Chiesa, finally. Finally. Two goals and five appearances for Chiesa. So when he does play, you know, there's almost a 50% chance that he will score. Almost. Maguire wins the header. Dallo looking for Sheshko over the top. Sheshko gets to it. Sheshko to the box. Oh, last ditch clearance from Kanate. But now they call it offsides. Tight offsides, but Sheshko's offsides. I know this is old news, but I still don't like how they let the play run out before they call the offsides. I mean, we've seen some bad injuries, and I thought Kanate pulled up just now. But he's all right. Here comes Verts. Verts out to Salah into the box. Good shot from Lamens. I can only say that was a good shot from Lamens, who came down to collect that low cross from Mohamed Salah. Into the 74th minute. Again, is it time to believe? Is it time to believe? Lamens goes long, goes too long, runs all the way through to Mamarshvili, who throws it out to Kanate. Is it time to believe for United fans? As I was typing my comment just now, which there it is, Liverpool were bursting into the box. So that would have been crap timing. Like, is it time to believe? Liverpool goal. Here comes Liverpool down our right hand side. Far post over Salah's head. It's like every passing play for Liverpool that doesn't quite work out, you get closer and closer to thinking, what if? What if? And this will be such a Manchester United thing to do under Amorim. Could be back-to-back wins. Could be. Goal kick from Lamens. Up. Ball bounces. Van Dijk wins it. Soboslai. A little 1-2 with Verts. Another 1-2 with... Who was that? Chiesa. Chiesa limping. Soboslai restarts over to Verts. Verts looking for options. Still with it. Curtis Jones comes to collect it off his feet. Curtis Jones pushes through. Curtis Jones into the box. Please step up to him. Jesus. Jeez. Sorry. Lamens saves it. Like, he just had all day. Like, that was crap pressure from Sheshko. A half-ass attempt at defense from Bruno. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, that's why Bruno can't be a midfielder. You saw that half attempt from him to play defense there on Curtis Jones busting through. This is why Bruno can't be in the midfield. Yes, I know we're winning. Yes, blah blah blah. But like long term, or not even long term, season term. I'll make up a new word. Season term. Um, can't do that. Here comes Ekatike, Jones, Soboslai, Soboslai back to Kanate, over to Van Dyke, who are both above the center circle into United's half. Gakpo one on one with Dallo, cuts it back, looking for overlap. Nope. Ball in, low. Delit scuffs it into the air. Soboslai touch. Chiesa, Salah taken off his toe by Dorgu out for a corner kick. 77th minute now. 77th minute. Again, my question in the chat there is pinned at the top. Is it time for us to believe? Van Dyke and Ekatike and Kanate are having a whisper conversation. Chiesa walks through and no one tells him anything. Poor Chiesa. So a slide ball in. Corner kick again for Liverpool, same side. Hmm. Thinking. Vitz, Mbumo, Mbumo tackled by Van Dyke. Here comes Liverpool. Ekitike trying to shake off Dorgu into the box. Get on him. Don't let him shoot. Don't let them shoot. They're in our box. Step. Offsides. He's offsides. Gakpo's offsides. Come on. Liverpool score. I thought Gakpo was offsides. Come on. Look at that. Please look at that. Please have a look at that. I thought it was offsides. 78th minute goal for Liverpool for Gakpo, but I think he's offsides. Ah, that's unfortunate. Dorgu's right leg is keeping Gakpo on sides because Dorgu's trying to extend it to block the cross. I mean, you can't time a run any better than that, I guess. Damn. Freaking Gakpo. And you know what pisses me off too is that like he was a player that we looked at and almost signed. And every time I watch him play, honestly, he plays well. Sheshko brings it down. The noise, I can hear it in the headphones in the stadium. It's just gone up like 10 levels. Dorgu trying to work his way down the right hand side. Can't quite get to it. It is deafening right now at Anfield. Throw in for Dorgu. Throw into the box. Bounces off of Delit. Dorgu down the line. Soboslai holds him off. Ball is on the line. That's not where the foul was. What the? The foul clearly happened with the ball on the line. Soboslai, I know players do that, but like, you do it when there's no line, no point of reference. The ball's clearly on the line when the foul occurs, and he rolls it another like 6 yards out. Like, if I was a referee, I probably would have been like, look, I know you get away with it sometimes, but there's a clear marker there where the foul occurred. Anyway, so much like the throw in now. Oh, I'm taking that comment out of the chat because like I feel like I jinxed us by saying that. I thought it was time to believe, but there's still time left. 81st minute. Anyone's game at this point. Anybody's game. Here comes Chiesa. Shaw went weak into that challenge. Dorgu showed him how to challenge. Shaw, that's how you take the ball. Chiesa, again, out by Dorgu. I'm mad that Shaw went weak into that challenge. Throw in Soboslai, Van Dijk, who's in the center circle in the United half. Back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes to Soboslai. Soboslai out wide. Chiesa, ball in. Dallo clears it. Right to Jones's feet. Curtis Jones, penetrating past the Verts, who goes out to Kirkez. Makes an overlap for Ekitike. No, it's Gakpo. I keep getting confused. I'm sorry. Oh. Liverpool kind of made a bit of a mess of that one. Rolls out for a goal kick for Manchester United. Menu and Euro. Looks like Menu and Euro coming on. Chesko Cunha getting fouled. Referee. Corner kick for Manchester United. Bruno to take. I'm like in holding my breath mode right now, so sorry if I get a little bit quiet here. And Bumo, first time. Oh, Maguire. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1. Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire. That's right. That's right. Yes. Yes. Maguire. Oh my goodness. Yes. 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 Oh, slaphead. Oh my gosh. Maguire. Oh my goodness. Woo! Look at Van Dijk. He's pissed. Look at him. The better center back has scored, Virgil van Dijk. His name is Harry Maguire, and he's getting a contract extension. Yes! I'm just watching back the replay. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Get some, Liverpool. Freaking get some. Oh, yes. But see, you know what, though? Like, I wish that happened like 3 minutes later, right? Because there's still enough time for Liverpool to pull some BS and get back into it, right? I wish it happened a little bit later to really break their spirits. But like it's 85th minute, there's still time. Manutd has come on and Euro have come on. Oh my gosh. Liverpool Soboslai. Oh man. Kanate. Frimpong, who's also come on for Liverpool. Kanate, Soboslai. Probing, probing, probing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here come Liverpool down our right hand side. Gakpo, Soboslai going switching to Frimpong. Frimpong versus Dorgu. Frimpong gets around Dorgu. Ooh! Gakpo had an open header and he missed it wide. Oh, but you know who would have scored that? Harry Maguire. That's right, Gakpo. I think this is our day. Gakpo missing that one. I think the soccer gods, the powers that be, are with Manchester United today. It, to me, that just sums it up right there. Come on, guys, stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. Come on, let's get one more. Euro, good step to win that header. Cunha brings it down. Shesko, Cunha. That's a foul, referee. Thank you. I like how both Cunha and Verts fall backwards. Like they fouled each other. They both fall backwards. That's gonna get memed, I'm sure. That's gonna get clipped up. Homer Simpson, aka Arne Slot's not looking happy on the sidelines there. Free kick for Manchester United in a dangerous position. And Bumo looks like he's setting up to take it. Let's go, Bryan. Ball in. Far post. Do it again. Ooh. Delit this time almost. Delit wanted to get on in the action. Delit. And look, I'll hold my hands up. I was questioning Maguire's inclusion. I like him, but I was questioning his inclusion in the starting 11 for this match. So right now I am happily eating my words. Right? See, here's my words on the plate. Here I am. That's me, right? I apologize, Maguire. I apologize, Harry, for questioning your participation in the start of this match. Here comes Liverpool trying to work an angle down our right hand side. Van Dijk to Soboslai. Soboslai takes a loose touch. Pressure by Uarte. Maguire cleans up in the back there. Frimpong with the throw. Soboslai on the ball again. Frimpong overlaps. Get out to him, Dorgu. Good, Dorgu. Good, good, good. Frimpong. Cross. Dallo with a good defensive play by putting it out safely for a corner kick. Because there was a Liverpool player streaking down the other side. I think it was Gakpo looking to get on the end of that. So good play, Dallo, on that one. Gakpo with the corner kick. Lamens comes out to punch Cunha, holding off Frimpong. Referee. Cunha. Cunha, you animal, you. 8 minutes of stoppage time. 8 minutes. Oh my goodness. 8 minutes of stoppage time. I don't know if I can handle this. Here comes Gakpo facing up Dallo. Dallo dangles a leg stupidly. But luckily, Gakpo doesn't fall over it because that could have been bad. Kanate to Soboslai, who's standing at the top of the center circle. Soboslai takes a few touches forward, sweeps it out to Gakpo. Gakpo to Jones. Jones, quick shifty feet. Verts Verts spinning back out to Jones. Jones dumps it in, looking for Van Dijk. Euro wins both headers. Cunha comes in to help. Cunha puts it out for a corner kick. 8 minutes. Yeah, I mean there were stoppages. There were stoppages. I think 8 minutes might be a little excessive. I would say like 5 or 6. Right. 8 seems like quite a bit. Ooh, 2 missed clearances. One from Mbumo, one from Dorgu, but eventually Dorgu gets it away. Like, can the referee call these aggressive sideline plays from Liverpool? Like they're trying to put our players into the boards. I that's annoying. That's kind of pissing me off a little bit. This like these Liverpool players. Okay, sidelines. I get it. You're going for the ball, but like you can't be putting our players into the boards and stuff like that, and into the benches. That's too much. That's too much. Ball in. Sorry, I'm just looking at Twitter very quickly here. Handball from Liverpool. Come on, referee. Another handball. Lemons collects. 93rd minute, 8 minutes of stoppage time. Frimpong lets the long kick bounce, heads it to Mamarshvili, who throws it over to Soboslai, who is pressed by Mbumo. Back to Kanate. Kanate walking it forward ever so slightly. Sheshko and Mbumo. Here comes Soboslai back to Kanate into the center circle. Kanate comes across the halfway line. Kanate through the center circle over to Kirkez. Kirkez plays a bad pass and is recovered by Cunha to Dallo. Sheshko is pushed off of it by Chiesa. Penetrating pass too far for Gakpo, out of bounds. And a goal kick for Manchester United. Gakpo is helped to his feet by his international teammate, Matthias de Ligt. Ruben Amram is shouting, I don't know what. Lemons goes long. Flicked on. Kept in by Soboslai, who goes back to Mamarshvili. Takes a touch with his feet out of his box. Over to Kirkez. Kirkez to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Soboslai. Soboslai out wide to Frimpong, streaking down the right-hand side. Keeps it in. Dorgu to challenge. Dorgu, be smart. Be smart. Goal kick. Goal kick. That's right. Look at Homer. Look at Homer. He's complaining still. Lemons backing up for the goal kick. Flick on from Sheshko, looking for Mbumo, but Van Dijk cuts that out. Soboslai has it and plays it over to Mamarashvili, the Liverpool goalkeeper, who plays it to Kirkez, who is coming forward. Comes across halfway line, coming deep into United territory. So on Manutd, yeah, please go challenge him. Thank you. Blocks the cross. Throw in for Kirkez. Curtis Jones back to Kirkez. Back to Jones. Jones to Soboslai. Soboslai puts a foot on it. Back to Van Dijk, who goes out to Gakpo. Dallo with a good tackle because Gakpo made a loose touch. Liverpool throw. 2 balls in the pitch. Referee stopped the match. Maybe? No? Okay. That actually worked out because Sheshko's in the right spot, but Sheshko plays it out for a throw in. I don't know if I like the sitting deep stuff. I don't know if I like it, but whatever. We're here. Far post. Frimpong collects. Frimpong trying to beat Dorgu. Ekitike. Manu. Chiesa. Chiesa into the box. Cross. Low. Clear. Van Dyke. Let that run out, please. Verts heads it. Keeps it in. Chiesa. Back to Verts. Guys, please, 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 please. Come on. Kirkez. Blocked by Garte. Cleared by Mbumo. We are weathering a storm here in the 97th minute. 8 minutes stoppage time total. We have like a minute and a half left of stoppage time to play, but we are weathering an absolute storm from Liverpool right now. Cunha running free with it. Cunha, that's a foul. Smart Cunha. Smart, 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 smart. Smart from Cunha. I don't know if I was breathing for that last like 3 minutes just now. I think I was just in a trance. Like I don't know if I was breathing. I'm gonna have to watch this back. Whew. I need some water. I need some water. Lemon's taking his time with the free kick. Lemons goes long. Kanate, Euro, Kanate, playing a little ping pong between defenders. Cunha brings it down. Cunha still with it. He catches Curtis Jones. Last chance for Liverpool. Cunha doing his best to be a pain in the ass to Liverpool to stop him. Soboslai dumps it into the box off of Cunha's back. Ekitike, Manu. That is the game. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1. Oh my gosh. Yes, 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 yes. That is how we do it. That is how we do it. Oh man, that is a win right there. 2 wins back to back. Couldn't think of a better way to do it. Oh man. Sorry, I'm yanking my headphones out here. I've probably been screaming the whole time, but wow, man. That's how we do it. Back to back wins. Manchester United. Are we back? That's the question of the day. That's going to be all the headlines tomorrow and all the news shows, probably including mine. Are we back now? This this lineup, we question the starting 11. It appears to have been a stroke of genius from Ruben Amorim. That is how we do it. Manchester United 2. Liverpool. Liverpool was how many? What's that? I'm one? Only one for Liverpool, two for Manchester United. That's how we do it. I'm gonna be riding high all day on this one. Oh man. Oh man. This is how we do it. Arne Slot, Homer Simpson looking dumbfounded. That puts us ninth place. Ninth place. Is that 2 points? 2 points away from Champions League? Returning it around? Oh man. Yes. Yes, yes. Oh, Harry Maguire, man. Harry Maguire. Let me go ahead and get my Harry Maguire jersey. Oh man. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That feels good. That feels good in your soul. I feel like we've been watching the women. I think the men watch the women in the Atletico game and they're like, that's how you win. That's how you grind out. United, United, United. Oh, two games for the men and the women, both like holding your breath, just this is how Manchester United win through it all. Oh man. Let me jump off of here. Probably gonna do a post match on this. But man, all I can say is Liverpool, you lost. Bye bye. Manchester United, best team ever, greatest team in the world, greatest club in the world. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Peace.